think that Binance is the best managed and, of course, the most well-known of the crypto exchanges. But the most important point to be made here is the collapse of FTX and FTT represents a corrupt crypto bank collapse fueled by an inflationary fiat cryptocurrency. So, as Gary Gensler has said, the vast majority of all the cryptos are unregistered securities. They're trading on unregulated exchanges. Proof of stake tokens are backed by nothing, which is why FTT could be printed into the $8 billion zone. And this is simply a very expensive lesson for the crypto ecosystem and the difference between crypto and Bitcoin.
Enough is enough, says Michael Saylor, who speaks on the crypto collapse and FTX blowup, holding nothing back and saying Sam Bankman-Fried should be in prison for what he has done. Within the interview, Saylor speaks on why he thinks Binance is best managed of these centralized crypto exchanges, why this situation highlights the difference between Bitcoin and crypto, and why overall this moment will actually turn out to be an opportunity and positive for the entire space. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video where Saylor explains why Bitcoin is moving from weak to strong hands and how this is just a repeat of the situation we saw play out in March of 2020. Also, only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. If you enjoy finance content, consider subscribing or liking the video. It's free and you can always change your mind.
I think it's another event that's massively distributing more Bitcoin all around the world. I think there's a massive amount of accumulation of Bitcoin right now. The BTC is moving from weak hands to strong hands. I think this is one of those annealing events. 2.5 years ago in March of 2020, we saw a similar circumstance with Bitcoin trading in the $4,000 range. If you look at the volumes of Bitcoin trading today versus then, they're up by a factor of 5 to 10x. So there's extraordinary institutional interest and investor interest in the asset class. And I think that this is going to be really helpful for Bitcoin because this is an educational moment and people are realizing the benefits of buying a crypto asset that's backed by the world's most powerful computing network and by 10 gigawatts of energy. And the difference between that and the 20,000 other cryptos that are in essence backed by nothing, and they're just like other fiat currencies. Well, I think this crash accelerates regulatory intervention. I mean, in fact, in a sense, right, SBF is like the Jordan Belfort of the crypto era. Instead of the Wolf of Wall Street, they'll make a movie called The King of Crypto. This is going to bring in the SEC, the CFTC at a much greater rate. And the future of the entire industry is digital assets trading on registered digital assets trading on regulated exchanges. So to the extent that there's something good in the crypto industry, the good stuff is a digital exchange that trades 24/7, 365, trading on 8 billion Android and iPhones. Digital currency available to Argentinians and Lebanese and people all through Africa and Asia that are blocked from the US financial system. The ability to issue tokens if you're a creator and monetize your brand. And the ability to deliver digital securities that trade 24/7, 365 at the speed of light, friction-free, outside of the traditional banking system, which is in essence a monopoly on assets. So those are the good things. The problem is those have been pursued by the crypto industry in an unethical, unstable, technically irresponsible fashion. And this is just highlighting the fact that a good idea pursued in an unethical, irresponsible fashion is a bad idea. I think that the regulators have it right. The idea is you should be able to register your digital asset. If you have a stable coin, you should register it with the SEC. If you have a security, you should register it. If you want your crypto token to be designated a commodity and an asset without an issuer, you ought to have a registration process. And if you want to run a digital exchange that trades all these tokens, you should be a regulated, transparent exchange that's trustworthy. And I think the regulators get it. I think the politicians get it. I think it's been a very expensive process going through Terra and Luna and Celsius and Three Arrows and now FTX's collapse. But at this point, I don't think there's anybody in the Western world that doesn't understand the risks of allowing people to promote unregistered securities on unregulated exchanges. And so what's going to happen? You're going to see a massive shakeout. 99% of these air tokens are going to go away. They're literally the penny stocks of our era. The joke, of course, is penny stocks used to trade for a nickel, whereas some of these dog coins are trading for fractions of a penny. They're not even penny stocks. At one point, they created a token which was 0.00001 cent, so that you couldn't even read the price of the token on an 8 significant digit display on a crypto exchange. So that stuff's got to go. And what needs to replace it is ethically sound, technically sound, economically sound digital assets. The industry needs to grow up. He was using counterfeit money and stolen money to lobby against all the virtues in the industry, against proof of work, against Bitcoin. He was working to corrupt regulations, corrupt the political process, right? When you have actors that use corrupt, counterfeit stolen money in order to undermine the industry, it's not good for anybody. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that people need to decipher this. FTX, generated an FTT token. If you trade your own token on your own exchange with wash trading, with leverage, you can park the price at any number you want. So you want to make $1 billion, you jack the price by $3 by wash trading with yourself. Then you generate $1 billion of collateral. Then you look for a bank that'll loan you money against the collateral. And of course, nobody in their right mind should be loaning money against an air token that you manipulated yourself. But of course, Sam happened to be the CEO of a bank that made loans. So he applied for a loan from his own bank and he granted it to himself. And then he took real assets like Bitcoin from his honest customers. And then he rehypothecated them, traded them, lost them. And so this is just an egregious ethical lapse, and it can't go on. These exchanges cannot continue to be unregistered, unregulated offshore.